build something that makes the legendary B-2 Spirit look outdated. The new B-21 Raider has a radar signature the size of a mosquito. The B-2 costs $2.2 billion each. The B-21, just $692 million. Same stealth power, triple the technology, one-third the price. The B-2 can only hide from radar coming from the front. The B-21 disappears from every angle. While China and Russia spend billions trying to detect our bombers, America just made their entire defense systems useless. Welcome to Jet Insight. This is why the B-21 Raider will completely dominate the B-2 Spirit. The United States Air Force just pulled off something incredible. They took the most feared bomber in history and made it look like yesterday's news. The B-2 Spirit ruled the skies for decades. It was untouchable, invisible, and absolutely terrifying to America's enemies. But now there's a new king in town. The B-21 Raider isn't just better than the B-2. It's so advanced that calling it an upgrade feels like an insult. This isn't about making small improvements. This is about taking 35 years of lessons learned and building something that will keep America safe for the next 50 years. Every bolt, every surface, every angle on this aircraft was designed by artificial intelligence to make it invisible. While our enemies were busy building bigger missiles and stronger radar systems, American engineers were quietly building something they'll never see coming. If you believe America builds the best military technology in the world, type "proud" in the comments below. The stealth revolution. Let's start with what makes the B-21 truly special: stealth technology. Now, the B-2 Spirit was revolutionary when it first flew in 1989. Back then, stealth meant hiding from radar coming from one direction. The B-2 was designed to be invisible when attacking targets head-on. It worked perfectly for its time. But here's the problem. Modern warfare doesn't happen in straight lines. Enemy radar systems surround targets from every direction. They use different frequencies, multiple sensors, and advanced computers to track aircraft. The B-2's stealth design left it vulnerable from certain angles, especially from behind. 20 minutes. That's when most viewers stop watching. But stick around, because what comes next will blow your mind. The B-21 Raider changes everything. This aircraft has what engineers call 360-degree stealth. No matter which direction enemy radar hits this bomber, it simply disappears. The aircraft was designed using the most advanced computers ever built. Every surface was calculated to deflect radio waves away from enemy receivers. Think about this for a moment. The B-2 Spirit already scared our enemies so much that they spent billions developing new radar systems just to find it. Now imagine their reaction when they realize their billion-dollar investments are completely useless against the B-21. The radar signature tells the whole story. Military experts describe the B-21's radar return as being similar to a mosquito. Not a small bird, not a baseball, a mosquito. Try tracking a mosquito with a flashlight in your backyard at night. That's what enemy radar operators will experience when the B-21 flies overhead. Size matters, but not how you think. Now here's something that surprises most people. The B-21 Raider is actually smaller than the B-2 Spirit. The B-2 has a wingspan of 172 feet. The B-21 comes in at around 132 feet. So why would America build a smaller bomber? The answer lies in modern warfare strategy. Bigger isn't always better. In fact, when it comes to stealth aircraft, smaller is often superior. Every square inch of surface area gives enemy radar another chance to detect the aircraft. By making the B-21 smaller, engineers reduced its radar cross-section dramatically. But there's more to this story. The B-2 can carry 40,000 pounds of weapons. The B-21 maxes out at around 20,000 pounds, half the payload capacity. Yet military strategists consider this a massive improvement. Why? Modern weapons are incredibly precise. Today's smart bombs can hit targets within inches of their aim point. A single modern missile can destroy what used to require dozens of older weapons. The B-21 doesn't need to carry as many weapons because each weapon is exponentially more effective. Ready for a game changer? Here's something that will change how you think about military aviation forever. Plus, the smaller size brings unexpected advantages. The B-21 can operate from shorter runways. It can land at more airfields around the world. It requires less maintenance between missions. And most importantly, it costs far less to build and operate. The technology gap. Let's talk about the technology difference between these two incredible machines. When the B-2 Spirit was designed, the Soviet Union still existed. Personal computers were just becoming common. The internet didn't exist for most people. Cell phones were the size of bricks. The B-21 Raider was designed in the age of artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and advanced materials science. The technology gap between these aircraft is absolutely staggering. Before we dive deeper into this incredible story, I need to ask for a small favor. If this content amazes you, please take a second to hit that subscribe button. Over 98% of viewers watch without subscribing. It costs nothing, but helps us tremendously. Did you click subscribe? Start with the design process. The B-2 was designed using traditional methods. Engineers drew plans, built models, and tested prototypes. It was brilliant work, but it was limited by the tools available at the time. The B-21 was designed using computational electromagnetic modeling and artificial intelligence. Supercomputers ran millions of simulations to optimize every surface, every angle, every component for maximum stealth. The placement of every bolt was calculated to reduce the aircraft's signature across radio, infrared, and acoustic spectrums. The materials tell an even more impressive story. The B-2 uses radar-absorbing materials that were cutting edge in the 1980s. These materials work, but they're heavy, expensive, and require constant maintenance. The famous midnight black coating on the B-2 needs frequent reapplication in special climate-controlled hangars. The B-21 uses advanced composite materials that are naturally stealthy. These materials are then coated with embedded, multifunctional radar-absorbing coatings that are thinner, lighter, and more durable than anything used on the B-2. In fact, the B-21 appears much brighter than the midnight black B-2 because its stealth materials work differently. Cost and production advantages. Here's where the B-21 story becomes truly remarkable. The B-2 Spirit program suffered from massive cost overruns and production cuts. Originally, the Air Force planned to buy 132 B-2 bombers. Budget constraints and changing priorities cut that number to just 21 aircraft. When you spread the enormous development costs across only 21 aircraft, each B-2 Spirit ended up costing $2.2 billion. That's more expensive than most countries' entire military budgets. The B-21 Raider program learned from these mistakes. The average unit cost is projected at $692 million in 2022 dollars. That's less than one-third the cost of a B-2 Spirit. The Air Force plans to build at least 100 B-21 Raiders, spreading development costs across a much larger production run. Get ready for something that will change your perspective on American airpower completely. But the cost savings go beyond just the purchase price. The B-21 was designed from the beginning for easier maintenance and operation. Modern manufacturing techniques, including advanced digital tools and potentially 3D printed components, reduce production time and costs dramatically. Northrop Grumman claims they've reduced the changes needed between design and actual production from the typical 15 to 20% down to just 1%. That's incredible efficiency that translates into massive cost savings in faster production. Operational capabilities that change everything. The B-21 Raider isn't just a better version of the B-2 Spirit. It's a completely different kind of aircraft designed for completely different missions. The B-2 was built primarily as a nuclear bomber for fighting the Soviet Union. The B-21 is built for the complex multi-domain battlefields of the 21st century. First, let's talk about range. The B-21 can fly 2,500 miles without refueling while carrying a full weapons load. That's enough range to strike targets anywhere in the world, from secure bases in the United States or allied countries. For comparison, modern fighter jets like the F-35 can only fly 930 miles without refueling. But range is just the beginning. The B-21 is what military experts call optionally manned. This means it can fly missions with pilots aboard, or it can operate completely autonomously using artificial intelligence. Imagine a stealth bomber that can penetrate enemy territory, identify targets, and engage them without risking a single American life. Here's something that will absolutely amaze you about American ingenuity. The B-21 also serves as a command and control platform. It can coordinate with other aircraft, satellites, and ground forces to provide real-time intelligence and battlefield management. Think of it as a flying command center that enemy forces can't detect or target. This aircraft can work with collaborative combat aircraft, essentially loyal wingman drones. The B-21 can control multiple unmanned aircraft, sending them ahead to scout targets, jam enemy radar, or even sacrifice themselves to protect the main bomber. It's like having a small air force under the command of a single invisible aircraft. Weapons and mission flexibility. The B-21 Raider's weapons capabilities showcase American technological superiority. While it carries fewer weapons than the B-2, the weapons it does carry are exponentially more capable. The aircraft can deploy both conventional and nuclear weapons. For conventional missions, it can carry precision-guided bombs like the Joint Direct Attack Munition, which can hit targets within meters of their aim point. It can launch the Joint Air-to-Surface Standoff Missile, allowing it to strike targets from hundreds of miles away without entering dangerous airspace. For the hardest targets, the B-21 can carry the massive 30,000-pound Massive Ordnance Penetrator. This weapon can destroy underground bunkers and facilities that are buried hundreds of feet below ground. Just imagine the psychological impact on enemy leaders, knowing that their deepest, most protected command bunkers are vulnerable to American airpower. Wait until you hear about the production timeline. It's going to shock you. For nuclear missions, the B-21 will carry advanced nuclear weapons, including the B-61 and B-83 nuclear bombs, plus the new long-range standoff nuclear cruise missile. This gives America a credible nuclear deterrent that can reach any target on Earth, while remaining completely invisible to enemy defenses. But here's what makes the B-21 truly revolutionary. Its open systems architecture means it can be quickly upgraded with new weapons as they're developed. The B-2 Spirit systems are largely fixed. Upgrading them requires major modifications. The B-21 was designed to accept new capabilities throughout its service life. Production and deployment status. The B-21 Raider program is moving at an impressive pace. The first aircraft took its maiden flight on November 10, 2023 from Palmdale, California to Edwards Air Force Base. As of 2025, 3 test aircraft are actively supporting the flight test campaign. These tests are validating everything from basic flight characteristics to advanced stealth signatures and weapons integration. According to defense officials, the flight tests have met or exceeded all initial expectations, though most details remain classified for obvious security reasons. The program officially entered low-rate initial production in 2025, with the Air Force receiving additional funding of $4.5 billion to accelerate development. This shows how seriously America takes the threats we face and how committed we are to maintaining our technological edge. Are you a military veteran or current service member? You're not alone. Join our community of military enthusiasts and veterans who appreciate American military excellence. We'd love to have you aboard. Current plans call for at least 100 B-21 Raiders to be built, with production ramping up throughout the 2020s. The first operational squadron is expected to achieve initial operational capability by the early 2030s. That's remarkably fast for such an advanced aircraft program. The Air Force is already preparing bases to receive the B-21. Unlike the B-2, which requires special climate-controlled hangars, the B-21 can operate from more basic facilities. This gives American forces much more flexibility in where and how they deploy these incredible aircraft. Strategic implications for America's enemies. The B-21 Raider's capabilities have serious implications for countries that threaten American interests. China has spent decades developing anti-access, area denial systems designed to keep American forces away from their territory. Massive radar networks, surface-to-air missiles, and fighter aircraft create layered defenses around Chinese military installations. The B-21 makes all of these investments largely worthless. Chinese radar systems that cost billions of dollars simply can't detect an aircraft with the B-21 stealth characteristics. Their most advanced surface-to-air missiles can't target what they can't see. Their fighter aircraft can't intercept a bomber they don't know is there. Here's something that demonstrates American technological superiority, like nothing else. Russia faces the same problem. They've invested heavily in advanced radar systems and long-range missiles specifically designed to counter American air power. The S-400 and S-500 surface-to-air missile systems are considered among the most capable in the world. Against the B-21 Raider, they're essentially useless. This creates what military strategists call deterrence through strength. When potential enemies know that American forces can strike their most important targets at any time without warning, it makes them much less likely to take aggressive actions in the first place. The future of American air power. The B-21 Raider represents more than just a new bomber. It's a glimpse into the future of American military aviation. This aircraft demonstrates how American engineering, manufacturing, and strategic thinking remain the best in the world. Consider what this program achieved. American engineers took 35 years of experience operating the world's most advanced stealth bomber and used it to build something 3 times more capable at 1/3 the cost. That's the kind of innovation that only happens in America. The program also shows how American defense contractors can deliver complex systems on time and under budget when properly managed. The B-21 program has avoided the cost overruns and delays that plagued earlier programs. You're about to learn something that will make you incredibly proud of American military technology. Looking ahead, the B-21 will serve as the foundation for even more advanced capabilities. Its open architecture design means it can incorporate new technologies as they're developed. Artificial intelligence, quantum computing, directed energy weapons. All of these cutting-edge technologies can be integrated into the B-21 as they mature. The aircraft also demonstrates American commitment to maintaining technological superiority over any potential adversary. While other countries struggle to develop basic stealth capabilities, America is already fielding 6th-generation systems that make their efforts obsolete before they even begin. Why the B-21 dominates the B-2? So why does the B-21 Raider dominate the B-2 Spirit? The answer lies in every aspect of these incredible aircraft. Stealth capability. The B-21 offers 360-degree stealth versus the B-2's primarily frontal stealth. Enemy radar systems that might detect a B-2 from certain angles will never see a B-21 coming. Cost effectiveness. At $692 million each versus $2.2 billion for the B-2, America can afford to build enough B-21s to truly project power globally. Technology integration. The B-21's open architecture allows continuous upgrades, while the B-2's systems are largely fixed in 1980s technology. Here's the final piece that ties everything together: operational flexibility. The B-21 can operate autonomously, command drone aircraft, serve as a mobile command center, and adapt to missions the B-2 was never designed to handle. Production efficiency. Modern manufacturing techniques allow faster, cheaper production with fewer defects and modifications. Mission adaptability. The B-21 was designed for 21st century threats, not Cold War scenarios. The B-2 Spirit was perfect for its time. It gave America unmatched capability to strike Soviet targets during the Cold War. But the world has changed, and the B-21 Raider represents everything we've learned about building the perfect stealth bomber for modern warfare. Conclusion. The B-21 Raider doesn't just represent American technological superiority, it guarantees it for decades to come. While our adversaries spend billions trying to counter yesterday's technology, America has already moved on to tomorrow's capabilities. This aircraft embodies everything that makes American military technology the best in the world. Innovative thinking, advanced manufacturing, cost-effective production, and strategic vision that stays ahead of emerging threats. The men and women of the United States Air Force will soon have the most capable bomber ever built, an aircraft that can penetrate any defense, strike any target, and return home safely. That's not just military capability, that's peace through strength. Share your thoughts about American air power in the comments below. We love hearing from viewers who appreciate military excellence. Every time the B-21 Raider takes to the skies, it sends a clear message to the world. America remains the global leader in military aviation. Our enemies can't match our technology. Our allies can count on our protection. and American service members have the best tools possible to defend freedom around the world. The B-2 Spirit served with distinction for over 30 years. Now it's time for the B-21 Raider to carry that torch forward. American skies have never been safer, and American air power has never been stronger. If this content opened your eyes to American military excellence, hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible stories about the technology that keeps America safe. Until next time, remember that freedom isn't free, but America has the finest military in the world standing guard to protect it.